this whole thing is kind of like, there's now laws in place, there's things in place, and so many change from one area to the other. I saw that this was this news story coming out of the Gateway Pundit, transgender activist brags about exploiting loophole to change gender on Florida license. State sends letter thanking him for exposing the area before reverting to change. Now, this is one of those, like, what is that list with the, you mess around and you found out. And I'm trying to get a clip of that. I just gotta make it a little bit more Catholic, I guess. Um, but this gentleman, he, I guess because Florida has a law, right, that you have to put your birth gender. If I'm These things are weird because they're minefields. But your birth now is what you were signed at birth. You have to have it on like documents, right? So I guess what happened here. So I guess this person in a self-congratulatory TikTok post, which this I've seen so many of these people in their cars, and it's like, don't you get pulled over in your car? They're doing this car videos, and I'm just like, how do you even look? But besides that, so this person is an activist. James Rose recently boasted about exploiting a loophole that changed the sex listed on his Florida driver's license to female, despite state legislation that explicitly prohibits such alterations. So I guess the celebratory moment, however, was short-lived as Florida's Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles swiftly corrected the error and issued a replacement license identifying Rose as male. So in January 2024, the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles implemented a policy prohibiting transgender residents from updating their gender marker on their driver's license to reflect their gender identity. On December 2024, James Rose, a biological male who identifies as a female, claiming to have successfully bypassed Florida's strict regulations, the activist gleefully announced that his driver's license now displayed female as a sex marker. And a TikTok caption, "Big win for the dolls, big loss for Rhonda." I don't know what that means.
Oh, because he calls Ron DeSantis Rhonda.
Well, I guess let's look at
I just got my gender changed on my driver's license in the free fucking state of Florida. My God, Ron DeSantis would be.
Sorry for the pornography.
Both.
Yes.
Screaming right now if he knew about this. This little license now says female on it. It doesn't. Oh.
I can't show you because then you would know way too much about me, but it says female.
At least he has that sense, right? But not enough to not do this, right?
The last step in changing all of my documents. This was not easy. We're not even supposed to be able to do this in this state.
And why would you telegraph that? Right? It's like, if you're going to be a criminal, be a good criminal. Huh?
Right.
Loophole. Here's the loophole. Listen up. If you're replacing your driver's license, not renewing it, but replacing it because you lost it,
So you're saying that you didn't lose it, right? You're saying that you did it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure with that one.
Have to take all of your information from what they consider a primary document. A passport is considered a primary document, and you can self-identify on your passport.
And that's something I believe Biden did, correct?
Yeah.
You know, you can self-identify because we don't need accurate passport keepings because,
why should we be accurate in our passport keeping? Exactly.
What could go wrong?
So, yeah. Right.
Which means, loophole, you can self-identify on your Florida fucking driver's license. So my passport says female, and I showed it to them, and they made a bunch of copies, and they had a whole fucking team meeting in the back. I shit you not. There were 8 people that were like looking at it, looking at me, looking back, and I swear I was like, I just felt like I was gonna cry. It's so
yeah, because they're looking at you because,
you don't even make any effort to look female. This guy looks like a guy. At least try.
No.
I mean, seriously, at least
to be in a hostile state.
effort.
Like if you live in a hostile state,
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking.
But you can say this: the nails are on fleek. Is that what it is?
No.
About.
I'm sorry. Look at that big forehead. Those
I don't know
broad
how possible
shoulders.
it is to do this in every other red.
Right.
I mean, he looks like there's no. I mean, at least with some of the really good ones, they look like you would not notice. You would not know. This one doesn't even put any effort in. All you did was put on a turtleneck, some lipstick, and have long hair. You are a guy. It's obvious. And you are bragging about violating the law.
That's the smart part, right?
State. I don't know the loopholes everywhere else as well as I know them here. Then on the way out of the DMV, a guy rolled down the window of his Ford F-250 and yelled, "Nice dick" at me. So, good things don't last forever, but that license is going to last 10 years.
Obviously, it's not going to last 10 years because after the video gained traction, the incident caught the attention of Florida officials. Imagine you put something online. Should we go back to that thing that we talked about, people going to college and being taught, things like this? So I guess they issue a letter invalidating the altered license and reinstating the original designation to male. The letter clarified that Florida law requires driver's license to reflect the individual's biological sex as determined by innate and immutable biological characteristic, not gender identity. The letter further stated that Rose's public comments had been instrumental to bringing the error. Oh, that's just trolling at this point. That's just trolling at this point. The letter further stated that Rose's public comments have been instrumental to bringing the error to the department's attention. To ensure much mistakes do not occur in the future, they announced a plan to audit similar cases and issue reminders to local offices about statutory requirements. In addition to correcting this license, the letter hinted that at a potential legal consequences. Under Florida law, knowingly providing false information in a driver's license application constitutes fraud, a punishable offense that could result in license suspension or revocation. The letter alluded that Rose's possible misrepresentation about losing the original license to initiate the replacement process. Like I was saying, it's like
very good job, Florida.
I mean, this is just crazy.
That is not cool.
You're basically
you have the right to live in another state. Why are you in your own state trying to subvert its laws? It's not like you can't go somewhere else where they are more friendly and will maybe do what you want. Why do you want to stay in Florida, benefiting from all the benefits of being in Florida, a state that's well managed, not like what we saw with California, but you don't want to follow their laws?
Yeah, I don't.
It's so entitled. It's like you can just go to the next state where they're fine. They'll let you put what you want in your driver's license. I'm sure there's states that do that already. But no, it's not enough for you. You want to be in Florida and lie and say you lost your license instead of just, following their rules. You can go somewhere else. It's insane that Biden's administration thought it was okay, for people to self-identify on passports. What if now this complicates law enforcement efforts to find people because it's confusing as to what their gender is?
Yeah, who are they looking for?
Who are you looking for? I'm looking for a 6'4" woman. Okay. Wait, no, it's a male who is turned into a woman. I mean, that's just complicated. I think Florida has it right. Just change it to, everybody sticks to their immutable characteristics. You don't have to show your license to everybody, but people need to know if you get hurt and an ambulance arrives on the scene and you're unconscious, and I look in your wallet to see, what am I dealing with here? Or I look at you, look like a female. Maybe, believe it or not, there are certain things that men and women are different about in terms of their ability to handle, certain kinds of medication or the amounts. Maybe they're going to take the time to do a pregnancy test because they don't want to hurt your unborn child. And they're going to waste this time because you look female to them. And then you on your driver's license says, "Oh, female."
Right.
It's like, why don't we just keep things simple? You can dress however you want. But we all need to know, what your basic gender is for official purposes, such as, passports, licenses. Is that asking too much?
I think it is.
And for being drafted, because at this point we still don't draft women. So we just need to know, like, we need to be able to draft you because you are literally a male.
What do you think? Like, share, and subscribe.